always forget to do that. So.
And we're lined up.
What's up, guys, and welcome to The Married Life. This is Joe.
And this is Chrissy.
And we exist to help build stronger marriages, to create stronger families, to form stronger communities. And on today's podcast, we want to take things a little lighter, where we don't really have like I don't want to say
topic.
A topic. Well, we have a topic. It's just a bunch of talks. No, you're right. It's not a topic.
No.
We have a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
So Chrissy and I went on a date last Sunday to the Cubs game. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, but
the Cubs
we lost. It was sad.
So that's never fun. But it was fun, especially just being on a date with Chrissy, because I love spending time with you. Because you're my boo. But on our date, we were eating dinner. We went to, what was the name of that pizza place?
Something about Illuminati.
Oh my gosh.
Because every time you said it sounded like Illuminati.
Yeah.
Illuminatis.
I don't think it's Illuminati.
It's not Illuminati, but his first name was Lou, and his last name was Minati. It was Illuminati's.
Okay.
But it was a deep dish pizza place. And I have to say, maybe I am an expert at deep dish pizza tasting. This was one of the best ones I've ever had.
It was so good. The crust was phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
You know what I noticed is that other deep dish pizza places have more like cheese and sauce in it, but this one, it's like they had the emphasis on the crust.
But it was balanced.
It was balanced.
It was like, it wasn't too much of anything. It was just like...
I promise this podcast is not about pizza, but it was good pizza.
But I know you're interested and you're listening, and now you're thinking, I need to go to Chicago and go to Illuminati's.
It's not Illuminati's.
Yes, it is. I didn't say Illuminati's. It's Lou Minati's.
Okay. There's no triangle. There's no Illuminati.
It's just deliciousness.
It is. It's awesome. So we were there, and I just looked up questions to ask your spouse on a date. I often do this with Gwen when her and I go on dates. Gwen's my 5-year-old, not Chrissy's 5-year-old, my 5-year-old. Our 5-year-old daughter. And I'll look up questions just to ask her. Fun questions that I wouldn't think of, to ask her. And so anyways, Chrissy and I decided to do the same thing on our date. And so we went through, and we were just having a lot of fun. And we're like, we should just do this for a podcast. And then we'll give out ideas that you can ask your spouse. Fun questions. Like, these aren't serious questions at all.
No, you will not grow spiritually or mentally.
It's just
anyway in this podcast.
It is just to have fun with your spouse.
Yeah. And learn more about us today.
Yeah. And that's something like we need to do is have fun with our spouse, because you had fun when you dated, right? Like you and I used to have fun when we were
friends.
Dating. Exactly. It's like sometimes it's hard. You lose that funness. Is that a word?
It is now.
Okay. You lose having fun because you're stressed out with the bills or this or that. Or you're like us, a type 1 and type 3, and you're always wanting to get better and achieve and make a difference and blah, blah. And you can forget to just,
relax.
Know each other. Yes. So this podcast will be titled Relax.
Don't do it. I don't know the rest.
I don't know it either, but I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put it in now. Okay. So we're going to go through some questions. I'm going to put them in the show notes so you can ask your spouse. But here are the questions, and these are our answers. We went over some of them, and some of these we haven't. So question number 1. What's a new hobby you've always wanted to try?
Oh, a new hobby. You know what? When you have kids, you don't even think about that kind of stuff. It's like... Does going to the bathroom in silence count as a hobby? I would like to try that one day. I'm laughing, but I'm not kidding.
So I don't know if that means because, like, never mind.
Yeah, I heard axe throwing was fun. Ryan and Mackenzie did that. That sounded fun.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to throw an axe. Like that'd be a cool hobby.
I would really actually, I don't know. It's like it has to do with exercise, and I already do that. But I'd really like to become a good runner.
Is that a hobby?
People do it as hobbies.
I see it more as a torture.
I mean, snowboarding is already my hobby, but I would like to do it more often.
Yeah, well, we live in the flatlands of
Indiana.
Yeah.
Can't snowboard in the cornfields.
No. Okay, so I choose axe throwing.
I choose snowboarding more.
Okay, it says a new hobby.
Surfing.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, next one. What would you do with a week of solitary confinement?
Throw myself a party.
Alone?
Yes.
You're the only person showing up to the party.
Yeah, you don't understand.
I
You
don't.
don't understand. You get 20 minutes on your car ride to work by yourself.
Yeah.
I would kill for that. I would read more books. I would definitely do that. Solitary confinement. I would take some naps.
Oh, for sure.
I would sleep in and take some naps.
So, right, because this doesn't necessarily mean you're like in a cell. You're not in prison. Like you can be in your home in solitary confinement. You just don't have any rascals running around.
Yeah, it's just silent.
Right. I would probably, like you said, sleep in a lot. I'd binge watch something for sure. We just got done finishing Stranger Things season 3. So maybe I'd just go back and watch 1 and 2. I'd work on writing a book. I'd work on writing sermons. I would work on the podcast. And then I would do a lot of sleeping. I love naps.
I would try to get my life together. Yeah. Just have like a complete thought. Yeah. One time. Just one complete thought.
I would try to, for a couple days, like completely unplug from technology and really focus on my relationship with God.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess a spiritual answer would be pray.
I was just thinking that how distracted we always get.
Oh, yeah.
Especially like with just everything with technology. And so it's like, if I can unplug, that'd be cool.
Well, we even met with that couple. You married him on Thursday. And he said that his now wife, like every 60 seconds, she'll just touch her phone to see like if anything new happened on her phone. She wouldn't actually like get on it, but she'll just like touch it.
Yeah.
We're addicted.
How many days could you go without electricity?
Ooh.
You could totally do longer than me.
Yeah, but you're thinking technology-wise. I'm thinking survival with my kids.
Oh, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, like, exactly, I got to cook.
My mind exactly went to
I know where it went. I know.
Phone and ESPN.
Yeah. I mean, so you could go a couple days because your battery life on your phone should last a little bit. Oh, but you have no internet.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. And your phone needs electricity.
Yeah. No.
So how many days could I go without electricity? I would going to say like 2. Because like, and then after that, if I have to like kill something and cook it, like we're all screwed, like you're going to eat something raw. You're going to get, for sure. Yeah, I'm not the survival of the fittest kind of guy.
Yeah, me neither.
I'll take someone out and steal their food.
Yeah, but I know who to go to.
Right.
We got some hunters in our church.
Yeah.
We got some friends. Like, what's the scenario? Is it like apocalypse? Or is it just everybody loves each other and we just don't have electricity?
Because, if this is... Well, I mean, no, it can't be the apocalypse because it says how many days could you go? If it was the apocalypse... Like if this was the zombie apocalypse and no one has electricity, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. But if that's the circumstance,
this is today.
This is just turn it off, see what happens.
Yeah. How many days could you go?
Because that's like, it would probably be 4. I'd probably be like annoyed after 4 days. But if like I had to survive and it was the apocalypse, Yeah.
Well, you already doubled me. So I said 2. So good job. If you went on a game, what would it be?
We talked about this one. I would love to go on The Amazing Race.
Yep.
You would be terrible in Survivor.
Oh my gosh, I wouldn't even apply for that game.
But I think we would do really good in Amazing Race.
Yeah. And
after taking the Enneagram test, like our personalities, I think that's what would make us a really good team.
Yeah, we'd kill. Wait, is that the same game where you kill? No, that's the Hunger Games.
Would you stop? Oh my gosh. That you would go on that?
I mean, if I had to step in for you,
I'd take tribute.
Exactly.
No, I think Amazing Race. I think it'd be really fun. Do you get to know what the challenge is before the challenge? You know what I'm saying?
No.
You don't get to know?
No, I don't know what you're saying.
Oh. You know how like they give you like a clue, but they don't really know? Because I feel like when you watch the show, it's like, they should have had this one. The challenges that they do.
I'm going to go on the same game show with you, and I'm going to be on that with you.
Okay.
I don't know what you're asking right now.
No, because like I feel like there's certain things that like we could do that I'm really good at that, you're not, and then vice versa.
Uh-huh. I think you're overthinking the question.
Okay. Amazing Race. I go on Amazing Race.
Right. Do you think we're not trying to talk people into like our answer here, Chrissy? That's kind
you
of
never know who's listening to this podcast.
Okay.
Maybe the people that do the show are listening. Pick us.
Do you think?
What about shows that aren't current? Did you ever want to go on the Bozo Show when you were a little kid?
No, if I want to go on anything that's The Price is Right, like that show is awesome.
Yeah, but Price is Right with Bob, though.
Yeah, not with Drew.
No.
Drew who?
I'd want to go on that one too.
Do you think that you would be a good politician?
I don't know. One of my friends recently told me that I look like one. Well, that I look like a politician's wife. I don't know if that was a compliment or not.
I'm Joe Angelo, and I approve that message.
No. Well,
I don't know.
I mean,
you watch Parks and Rec, and I'm like, yeah.
I feel like if Donald Trump can be president, I could be a politician.
Like, yeah, I'm raising some kids pretty well. I can do this.
Well, my thing.
I like how you went from politician all the way to president, though. Like your confidence grew very quickly.
I just meant his puking of the mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Because here's my thing. I don't sugarcoat things because if I feel like I'm lying in the slightest, I can't do it. I mean, we've talked about this before. I cannot tell a lie.
Abraham Lincoln, look at that. You are a politician.
You know, and neither can Donald Trump. Like, people aren't paying him to, like, fabricate anything. Right. He's just going to tell the truth, and this is what I'm going to do.
I don't know if he's going to tell the truth. He's just going to say what's on his mind. Because I think that's what got him voted in, because people are like, yeah, I want an honest politician.
Exactly.
But then
that's what I'm saying.
It's like, lay off Twitter sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the point that I'm making is I feel like if he can be a politician,
you can be too.
I can too, because I can't lie about things. Like, I wouldn't be able to, like,
wow,
you know.
President Trump and Vice President Angela. Look at you two.
I'm going to take over the world.
And I will be the secretary.
What? Oh.
Of defense.
What about you? I feel like you're just interviewing me.
Yeah, I could be a politician. I mean,
you make it sound like it's so easy.
It is.
Oh, like, okay.
If it was something I cared about, like, yeah, hey, I'm going to run for whatever because I want to see a difference. Like, I get that. Like, we started a podcast because we want to see a difference in people's lives.
Okay,
like, I get it.
No big deal.
I didn't get into politicians for all the fame, but
here I am.
Let me tweet that. Okay. What is something you hated as a kid, but now you appreciate? Oh my gosh, I know your answer.
What is it?
It's me.
It's so true.
You hated me.
I did.
And you appreciate me so much now.
Oh.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at that. That's amazing.
I was thinking healthy food, but you too.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, healthy food or you appreciate you now?
Me too. Both.
Oh.
No, healthy food.
Healthy food.
Yeah, because my parents let me eat whatever I wanted whenever I wanted, and I had a lot of ice cream and a lot of Whoppers, and I looked like a Whopper
and
covered
the Dairy
in ice cream.
Queen.
Yeah, I was the Dairy Queen. So, yeah, so I appreciate healthy food now.
Yeah.
Especially now that's like, when you cook, it tastes good, you know?
It tastes way better.
Yeah, and my mom makes like healthy pies. Do you think they're actually healthy?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I've never actually seen her cook one, but my goodness, they taste like there's sugar in them.
I know it. I think that I lost my train of thought.
Okay. Me.
It's you.
Yep.
I did not like you as a child.
Did you ever do something that sent you to the principal's office? Okay, so this
question. I
just
put this one in for you.
Did you? I was like, this.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you.
Do you guys have 3 hours for this podcast?
Yeah, I was like, the answer is yes, clearly. And
the problem is you can't even remember all the things you got sent to the office for.
No, not at all.
I would just like to say that I've never been sent to the office.
You're missing out.
Why?
It was a good bonding experience with the principal.
Was it? And your dad?
Yeah. The joke was that my dad had a key to the school because he was up there so much.
What is your most memorable time going to the principal's office?
Are you trying to suggest something?
Yep. Let's hear it, Joe.
No. I guess it was when you got kicked me out of school.
What?
When you got me kicked out of school.
You said that wrong the first time.
Did I? My wife got me expelled.
Yeah, I did.
It's just because I saw into the future and I knew what our relationship was going to be like. I'm like, let's start a little early.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was in the principal's office all the time. We were on the first name basis. If you had a clone, how would you most utilize them?
Is this clone...
This clone's a human, not a slave.
Okay, well... But then
I guess
what's the
it's
point?
whatever you want. Yeah, if you want a slave...
I feel like that's the whole purpose of a clone, is to be your slave. Because if... It's true, because why do you need your clone if you could just hire somebody then?
Well, then why wouldn't you just have a robot? This question would be, if you had a robot that could be a slave. Like, a clone is still a human being. They just don't have a soul.
Well, she'd probably annoy me if she was my clone.
She would just, yeah. So this was what I was saying. All the work that I don't want to do, I would have my clone do.
That's called a slave.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Are you paying them?
I guess we're splitting the paycheck. I don't know how this works.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, then they're not a slave. They're getting paid. We would work together. They would do the work I don't want to do, and then I would focus on what I do want to do.
But here's the thing. If they're the slave,
they're not a slave. They're
I
a
meant
clone.
If they're your clone, they still don't like to do that either. So now you're just giving them a really crappy life.
No, okay, well, that's not
It's
true.
the same person. Now your clone is only doing things that you don't want to do.
No, because listen.
Now they're not enjoying life at all.
Okay, you're totally not listening to the whole point of this.
I am listening.
If we both, me and my clone, because I see him as an equal.
Okay.
We are going to split, okay, what we do. And so once he's done doing the stuff I don't like to do, then he can do what he loves to do. The other things I love to do, and then we'll get more accomplished. Yeah, it's science.
Yeah, but that doesn't work for me because my kids
because
continually make a mess 24/7. And so it's like...
I get it. You want a slave. I get it. Okay. So your clone would do everything you don't want to do.
Exactly.
But not get paid.
Well, I don't get paid.
Okay, well... Yeah.
So right now I'm the slave. Yeah. Now how do you feel about it?
I'm a slave to you.
It's for you.
Oh, whatever. Well,
come on, Brittany.
Sometimes I feel like I'm a slave too. Okay, moving on from there because they're clones.
Wait,
and not
we
slaves.
didn't even talk about what they would actually do for us.
I would utilize them to do the work I don't want to do.
Like what? What don't you want to do? Take out the garbage? Work out?
No, I enjoy working out.
Wait, if they worked out, does it help my body or just theirs?
Chrissy,
so they can't work out for me?
This is a sci-fi movie? That's weird.
You can't. Clone's not even a real thing.
Now you're just dreaming up weird scenarios. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Did you ever make up a secret handshake with a friend, and do you remember it? Yes. Chrissy and I have a secret handshake,
and we still remember it.
That's right. We could do it right now, but we'll bump the mics and mess up all the audio. So. There it is. If safety wasn't a concern, what natural disaster would you want to experience?
If I could surf, it would be a tsunami. But I can't, so.
But you said you wanted to learn surfing. One of the questions was a habit. Or the habit? Not a habit.
Hobbit.
What's those things?
Hobbit.
It was a hobbit. You wanted to learn how to do a hobbit? That sounds weird. A hobby.
A hobby.
A hobby.
I was thinking.
A hobby and a habit.
That's why I said hobbit.
But yeah, surfing or snowboarding an avalanche.
Ooh. Do I have to just pick one?
Or, remember Twister? Riding a tornado.
It's just wind. How do you ride the wind? Run like the wind, bullseye.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
How do you ride the wind?
Have you seen Twister?
I mean, there's a cow in it. You could sit on the cow and ride the tornado.
Okay, or just imagine you're the cow and you're just flying. That's what you're doing. You're flying in the tornado.
Okay.
So, because if you can't get hurt, like...
Yeah.
Since I hit like 25, 30, I get
can't
dizzy
spin like
really
we used
easy.
to.
Yeah, I might throw up on everyone.
And that won't be fun.
I mean, it says if safety wasn't a concern, maybe I don't get sick during this kind of stuff. I don't know. I would say, I think the tsunami would be cool to like surf and see like a huge wave like that. Or the snowboarding down an avalanche, you know?
I was like, what cool thing can you do during an earthquake? Nothing.
Shake.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anything with a volcano? Roast marshmallows? That's stupid.
No.
Yeah, those two would be the best.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Would you rather put together a 20,000 piece puzzle or read a dictionary cover to cover?
Well, if they would both be annoying because
for sure.
The majority of reading the dictionary, you're going to try to sound things out. So because you don't know the word, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully some of them, you know.
Yeah.
But the big words.
Yeah, the hard words like Mississippi.
So that'll be annoying because I hate reading books and it's like some, person's name and it's really weird and then you just like make it up each time and then it's different, So it's like hard to read stuff that you don't understand. Yeah. So that's annoying.
Yeah.
But you would learn a lot of things along the way.
Yeah. That's what I'd say. I'd say.
And it would be beneficial to your future.
Right. The problem is as much as I want to agree with that, I'm not going to remember the words. You know what I mean?
But you remember some of them. You'll at least be better off than like a puzzle.
But I wonder, is the puzzle exercising my brain?
More or less than a dictionary read.
I don't. Well, I mean, if you're like struggling with the word and stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh,
I don't know. I don't even do puzzles. I don't do puzzles with my kids, and those are easy.
Yeah.
I say dictionary.
Man, I would say dictionary.
I think you'd get too frustrated with a 20,000 piece puzzle.
And then you're just going to throw it away. At least if you remember one word,
now I'm framing that sucker. I'm going to slap some glue on it, and it's going up on my wall.
Do you have a wall big enough for 20,000 pieces?
I'll break it up. I don't care. I'm not throwing that away. Why would you do that?
Why would you do it in general is the question.
That's what I'm saying. Dictionary.
Yeah. Dictionary. Let's read the dictionary together. That's our next book. Okay.
We're just going to read it to people.
Yeah. Turn to page 5 in the index.
Oh my gosh. What's the next question?
The last question is, what is your favorite date of ours?
Ooh. Well, let's see. Does our honeymoon count?
I doubt it.
Why?
Okay. Then yes.
That was a date?
I mean, it was like that. Yeah, but it's a honeymoon, like you don't get to do that every.
Okay.
Like a date you do every week,
Okay. Well, one time we went to Chicago and we rented bikes.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Stayed in a hotel, just rode around town. That was fun.
Yep. Had some awesome pizza at that Italy.
Oh, Italy?
That was good.
Saw some naked photography in the park. That was interesting.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and it just popped up in my
you
head.
Can't
Thank
unsee
you.
it.
No,
you can't
I
unsee
can't.
it. It's
Thank
in there.
You for that.
You're
welcome.
Oh
my gosh.
Ooh.
That
was disgusting.
Okay.
But it was still fun.
And you know what's crazy about that? The jets.
The
that
jets.
Were flying through.
That's what we were following. We were following the jets.
And it sounded like it being in a war zone because they were just like the sound was echoing off of the buildings.
It was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
Yeah, we were following the airplanes and we got a show
like a couple
along
children.
the way. Ooh. Well, everybody else would have done it. They just didn't have bikes like we did. Yeah. We went on that cruise
that was
in
cool.
Chicago.
And
like that dinner.
Cruise,
it was like a dinner cruise.
Yeah.
So you went on there, you had dinner.
It's like we're not living that kind of life. Like, for our date, we're going to go on a cruise. See you tonight, kids. Yeah, we don't roll like that.
We when we go to Florida, we go to the Boathouse. It's a really awesome restaurant in Disney Springs.
The Boathouse. I love the Boathouse. They have
the best
lobster roll. What's it called? Lobster sandwich?
It's a lobster roll.
A lobster roll? Mm-hmm. It's so good.
It's delicious. They've got that bang bang shrimp too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like bang bang shrimp.
And then we go to Amaretto's afterwards and get dessert.
Yeah.
That one's always good.
I like the time when we were young. I told you when we were Grand Rapids and we went and saw Grease at a play there. Like I like going to plays and stuff. I like seeing, and we don't do it a lot. Mm-hmm. Oh, what about when we saw The Fray in Chicago?
That was so fun.
That was awesome.
I didn't realize how much I liked things like that until we went there.
Yeah.
But I think it was because it was The Fray. I don't think I would just go to some random concert.
No, yeah. It's like I want to know the music, and The Fray puts out good music.
That was good.
Yeah. I'd probably say The Fray was my favorite, or when we're in Disney, at Disney Springs, like going to the Boathouse and walking around and having that time together.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I mean, there was multiple favorites. Those were all my favorites.
Oh, those were all your favorites?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the other day, though, you said you love dating me just when we go to Costco. So,
Well, I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but I like to do it.
You know what I like to do? Eat all the samples at Costco.
I know you do.
It's like we could have almost skipped dinner if we would have done another round. And we're ending on this, but pet peeve. My wife rushes me out of Costco. You do it.
Because I normally have my kids with me.
But I'm not your child. I'm your husband, and daddy needs to eat.
Oh, my gosh.
All I'm saying is if we would have done another round, we could have easily skipped Chick-fil-A, which would have been a horrible idea because we had Chick-fil-A and it was delicious. We're reading a new book right now about Chick-fil-A and business, and it had me like, I need some Chick-fil-A. Like the book is so good, I'm like ready to open a Chick-fil-A. Like I'm like, let's do this.
You just want to sit out at a new restaurant and get Chick-fil-A free for a year.
Yes. I don't know if you guys knew that, but if a Chick-fil-A restaurant's opening near you, and you are one of the first 100 customers that order, you get Chick-fil-A for a year for free.
That's amazing. It's worth it.
That's how we're ending this podcast. That's worth the price of this podcast right there. That information.
This podcast is free.
Yeah, not anymore. Not with that information. Well, I'm Joe.
And I'm Chrissy.
And this is The Married Life. Again, we exist to help build stronger marriages, to create stronger families, to form stronger communities. And these were just a few questions that we enjoy asking each other on our date. And now we will post them so you can ask your spouse on your next date.
I hope it helped just to bring you guys a little bit closer, make things a little bit more interesting, and get you off the topics of work and your children.
Yep. And now you know a little something more about us.
Sorry if it was TMI.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.